It's 7:52 in Austin, and Rob looks like he just woke up from like a 10-hour sleep. You did,
12.
didn't you?
Yeah, 12.
What's
12
going
hours.
on, dude?
Dude, this is the life of a gambler, man.
Wow.
You've just been up all night, winning or
Up
losing?
all night, whole cruise in here. Yeah, winning. I did I've just been, I've been playing a lot of poker, and I caved the other night to where I was like, I went to go play poker, and right away I got hit with a hand where I started off down a bunch of money. And then I was just like, fuck, I don't want to leave until I make this back, because I've been on a run of like doing well, and I didn't want to have a session where I did bad. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to stay. I'm going to fight until I win back. So I played for like 12 hours. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, I haven't eaten in 36 hours. So I'm like, I need to eat. And then by the time I ate, I couldn't go to bed. So I was like, oh,
Wait, why
I'm
didn't
like,
you eat for 36 hours?
Well, when you eat one meal a day, if you then go play poker for 12 hours the next day after not eating, it ends up being about 36 hours.
Wow. How do you do it?
I'm a machine, baby.
This is wild.
No party was like,
You're really built for different
eat
things, right?
so you can concentrate.
Wow.
Doesn't it affect your performance?
No, it's the opposite. The longer that I don't eat for, the more keen my senses are, because your
body's not having to do anything.
Yeah, we've evolutionized to be we're hunters, Cass. So when you don't eat for a long time,
Dude, you don't gotta tell me twice, man.
Your senses get even more keen. So you could see a little rabbit in the distance, or
I just hunted
like
this Sun Life Organics through Postmates.
Ooh, it looks so good.
Dude, this one I don't know what this
They're
chocolate
open at
stuff
late
is.
at night?
Well, I mean, it's not even 6 here.
Yeah, but mine closes at 3 p.m.
Really?
Yep. Or 4.
Yeah, I ordered it from Century City. I assume it's in the mall, so it's got to be open as long as the mall
That
is.
looks so good. You know what annoys me about Sun Life, though? I mean, aside from
is this healthy, dude?
$1 million. This is my question.
Depends.
I think that's like 2,000 calories.
It tastes like a cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I get the $1 million one, which is like literally, you guys, $18. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It's it's not like a
$25. They're $25.
It's not a small.
Yes.
It's not 8 ounces. Like, you're getting like a Dairy Queen milkshake sized smoothie.
Right, with very healthy ingredients.
With like the healthiest of healthiest, so they say, ingredients. Like this $1 million smoothie, I can pull it up.
Cassim, from 1 to 10, can you rate that smoothie on like of all smoothies in the world?
This particular one, which I think is like the Wolverine or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Cutter's favorite.
This is like a 9.5. Like, especially because I've been having like, it tastes like it's a chocolate ice cream.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is what's in the $1 million that I get. Banana, raw cashew butter, raw plant protein, raw cacao nibs, maca, colostrum, flax oil, trace mineral complex, Himalayan sea salt, chia seeds, raw rescue honey, hemp milk, and then I throw in a little bee pollen and MCT oil, right? And that's where I'm at like $18-19. So this is all this like really good shit, but nowhere, not even on the internet, is there what the calories could be in these shakes. And I am convinced, you guys, as healthy it is, and I don't care, like it fills me up. I feel like I have treated myself, but I know I put the good shit, but I feel like how Rob feels when he eats like a honey mama for the first time in a month. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, oh my God. And again, it's so much money, but I'm pretty sure it's like my day's worth in calories in it.
This has to be bad for you. It's too good. It tastes too good.
The mainly the calories comes from the nut butter.
Yeah, dude.
That's very that's one of the highest calorie foods, right? Is honey very high in calories?
Dude, not even.
I don't know.
$25 for this? Not even a straw. I had to hunt for a straw in my kitchen. They didn't even give me straws.
Well, and then
that's your Postmates fault.
At the actual place, when they do give you a straw, it's
made out of like
not
rice
even paper. It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like rice paper. It's like a seaweed straw.
Oh, I'm so used to it. I don't even notice because I'm so excited to get that drink just down the hatch.
Get this. I can't.
There you go.
You know what it is? You know what the straw is like? You know when if you wipe your butt with toilet paper and there might be like a little bit of toilet paper on your butt? That's what the straw is like.
It's dingleberry.
It's like a toilet paper straw. And there's like $70 smoothie with a toilet paper straw.
I ordered
probably
2 smoothies.
Better for the environment or some shit.
Let me tell you what this. I ordered 2 smoothies. Let me find out how much. Let me look at the receipt here. Okay, I want you to know how much this cost me.
What are we thinking?
I know
over
how
under
much
like
it cost.
$52.
I think it's $48.
48.
Because then you add the Postmates, then you add the delivery fee, you know, like all that shit.
Oh my God.
It's $72.
48.
It's $68.26
for 2 smoothies. That's out of hand.
I didn't even know that.
Not okay. That's actually wrong.
When Cass and G he tries to claim poverty and this. Not only is he spending $70 on smoothies, but if we didn't have to bring it up right now, he'd never even know.
Guys, I know there's a lot of people listening to this that are like, "What the fuck?" I'm right there with you. Never again going to order that. There's a $6 tip in here.
You got to check the tip sometimes. Like sometimes I'll go and I'm like, $37 tip? What?
Because they'll go with a percentage of what.
Like when I do Instacart. Oh yeah. One time I didn't check. Cutter's like, and they got delivered and he checked the thing. He's like, Jamie, you tipped the Instacart person $45. And I was like, oh, I was like, well, at least I know they probably like were happy about getting it and could use it.
Yeah, I don't tip based on like how much my stuff is worth because I've ordered something that's like $6 before and I still tip like $10. Where if I order something that's $50, I tip $10 because they're doing the same job.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're picking it up and they're bringing it over.
It's not like a waiter.
Also, I'm almost always, because it's been like LA and New York and this, I'm almost always ordering from somewhere that's so close.
Yeah.
It's never like, oh man, these people are driving like 30 or 45 minutes. It's
oh my God, no.
You know, New York when I had COVID and I was just like ordering shit all the time.
I'm very disappointed in myself right now.
Just enjoy the smoothie.
It's a $35 smoothie.
Look.
Jesus
I'm not going to let you waste a minute on this $35 smoothie. I want you to literally enjoy every.
This is so good. And it's got like crunches in it. This one's called the goat. It's not the one. Are you
drinking? Oh, I was about to say you're drinking a second one. Damn.
No.
He's about to go in there and take it from her and drink the rest of it.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, if she leaves a little bit, she's going to get yelled at, right?
Oh yeah. You know how much that was?
She can't be leaving any. Yeah. That's a $3 sip.
Hey guys, I started the Casey Anthony documentary.
Oh, interesting.
There's a new one?
Yeah, so
this is the woman that killed her kids?
Well, allegedly. This is from, this girl has never spoken. She's never given an interview since this whole thing. She's been in therapy this entire time, and her defense team sort of like took her in, almost like adopted her, and she now works for him as like a researcher.
Whoa.
And she's finally been able to like figure out what the fuck happened to her and why she lied the way she lied and what was like her trauma. But the one thing she was positive is she did not kill her daughter. And like they talked to all these people because, okay, so from back in the day, if you've never heard of this case, look it up. It was huge. I mean, it was like OJ size. Like the entire country was against this woman. Like there was no division on whether you thought she did it or not. The media painted her as this party girl that wanted to get rid of her kid. All they did was blast photos of her with her tits out, like partying with her friends. And in this documentary, her friends are like, those are pictures from over the course of 3.5 years. Like she actually never came out with us, like only ever once in a while. Like the picture of her puking in the toilet was her 21st birthday. Like you're put 10 of the same pictures out there constantly that are trying to picture this woman that are 10 days of her life over 3.5 years. And they all collectively said, the one thing they said, like she was a fucking liar and we don't know why she was always lying, but that girl was the best mom. Like she loved that little girl with every ounce of her. She was so good to her. The little girl only ever wanted to be held by her. Like she was not weird. So even her own parents were against her in the trial, saying like, she did this, like, this is who she was.
I feel like this might be your Kim Kardashian moment. Like, I feel like you're gonna be a lawyer, and you're gonna go to law school. You're gonna turn into a lawyer.
People are all over the internet. People are all over the internet now that are Team Casey.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think we're looking at one.
I'm way people way more famous than me have already got.
Who made this documentary? Was it the defense team
Peacock.
that made this?
No, independent, completely independent.
Okay.
And you come to find, I don't want to give it away if people are
just tell us.
Let me just ask, no, I don't want to say what you come to find, but it's really interesting how my mind has completely changed about this woman. And I am so heartbroken for her, the trauma and like the things that she has been through and that created her habit of, you completely understand her side of the story. Like, you get it. And it's fucked up, but also made me like, eerily, like, it sucks for this woman that she's lost her daughter and she had to go through this entire world hating her and basically living in hiding for 10 years, but is actually still finally getting her moment where she didn't seek it out, but she's saying the truth after a lot of therapy, and you're able to like, the truth is finally coming out. And it just makes me feel good because it just made me feel like, you know what? It sucks the way it has to go down sometimes, but the truth always comes out. And that made me feel.
And where do I watch this?
Peacock. Have I sold you? You're going to watch it.
Of course.
I love it. Well, I'm a good sales pitch.
I'm definitely going to watch it. Yeah, when's the last time you smoked weed?
25 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if this is like non-weed Jamie, or if this is like, if this is weed Jamie. I couldn't tell. I love it though. I'm super into it.
But here's the thing. I was actually explaining this to somebody the other day, because they were talking about how like they cannot smoke weed. They asking me like, how do you function when you do? And I was like, I actually think it like focuses me. It like focuses my thoughts.
Right.
It gives me almost like more confidence to speak because I don't have like my like annoying like voice that's like judging me the whole time. I get to be like authentically me without like hearing my inner critic.
Yeah.
So when I smoke weed, that's why I feel like I'm like really the real me, because I can just like, I don't think a lot before I speak.
No, it's great. I love it. But this was just like you said, it was a very good like I was like, I might have to end this pod early to go watch the Casey Anthony.
I know. Anytime you could sell Rob, you're really like a barometer for me of like how well I'm like explaining something or pitching something, because you're like not an easy sell. You'd be like, okay, but like I saw the excitement in your eyes and you were like, where do I watch this?
Yeah, I'm honest. I don't succumb to salespeople.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No. If I'm like that thing is stupid, I'm stuck. Like I'm not, sometimes I'll appease them to be like, yeah, sure. Just to like somebody leave me alone.
Yeah.
But never with you guys. Guys, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And listen, the holidays can be a really tough time for everybody. This is probably the sponsor that has come back the most to the show, and we're really proud of that because it means you guys are actually using it. Yeah, the three of us on Pajama Pants have all been in therapy, and we believe it is a great tool to what, Cass? Tell them.
Well, look, it's been really hard to take care of yourself for so long, get into talk therapy when you know it's the right thing to do, but you just didn't have a way to do it. You had to ask somebody who might be doing therapy, but then it's kind of a weird question. Hey, do you do therapy? Can I have your doctor's number? Take all the guesswork out of it. Go to betterhelp.com. You sign up. You tell them what's going on. Within 48 hours, you're matched with a licensed therapist at a fraction of the cost of traditional talk therapy. And since it's the holiday season, do something special for someone in your life. Give themselves the same gift that you've been giving yourself, which is a gift of talk therapy. The holidays can be a really tough time between managing family dynamics, racing from thing to thing, and braving the cold and dark weather. It's normal to feel down. Having someone to talk to or about how you're feeling can really help, and it's a big gift this time of year.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, 100% online, plus it's affordable. Just fill out the brief questionnaire and match with the therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler, guys. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/pajama. That is BETTERHELP.com/pajama.
Guys, today's sponsor for the pod is Athletic Greens. I start my day with Athletic Greens every morning. Before I have my cup of coffee, I get a scoop of the greens. I put it in water. I chug it, and I've set my day up right. This is the best option for easy, optimal nutrition out there. You take one scoop of AG1 and you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, adaptogens to start your day right. This blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging.
Sustainable routines are key, guys. AG1 is my daily micro habit that makes it easy to absorb key nutrients, lead a healthy lifestyle, and feel our best, no matter what the day holds. One scoop, 1 minute, once a day, every day.
That's right. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop and a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. So to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/pajama. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/pajama to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
You gonna watch it, Cass?
No.
Oh.
Wow. Is it because she was a poor person and you only watch
She's
people
white.
who
He doesn't like it because she's
no,
white.
I actually, I don't mind, because when you brought up her name, the thing that comes to my mind is the woman that killed her kid.
You're gonna be shocked.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yes,
I'm a product
that was
of
me too.
The prosecution, right?
Me too. We all were. There was not a single person in this country. They were little kids standing on their front lawns with signs that said "baby killer, go to jail." Casey.
Yeah, the term Casey
Nice.
Anthony
Fucked.
was synonymous with like
evil.
Yeah.
Don't you remember
killed your
Nancy
own kid.
Grace or whatever her name was, where she's like, "Well, the devil is partying tonight," when she was not guilty.
Yeah.
Like this woman was called the straight up devil.
Well, I guess there's a reason she was found not guilty, and I guess there's a
That's
reason
right.
you're finding this compelling. What an effective sort of media campaign against her, because her name is literally synonymous with "I killed my own kid."
But it talks about that. It talks
Right,
about
I'm sure
how
it's
fucked up the media, like royal,
Yeah.
like cause her argument was, yeah, I lied, but nobody asked me why. Like nobody said to her, "Why are you lying?" They just were like, "You're lying. You're bad." This and she just nobody understood what was going on.
What did
behind the
she lie
scenes.
about?
Where the daughter the first time the daughter was reported missing was after 31 days, where she said, "I haven't seen my daughter in 31 days."
Mm-hmm.
Then she said she was with a nanny, but she wasn't with a nanny. She said she worked at Universal, but she didn't. She worked there years ago. Like all her lies had like little nuggets of truth, but they weren't the whole truth. Like the name of the nanny was actually like a babysitter she met once. So she was like, "I mentioned this woman that is a nanny, but she's just not mine." Like that's how she would lie. And you come to find out like all these things that happened to her when she grew up, her entire life, her life was a lie. Her parents lied. They lied. Like everyone had to lie to survive all this abuse that was going on. And again,
Right.
I don't want to give anything else away. It's really crazy.
That's why you need Jordan Peterson in your life. You know, he tells you not to tell lies. And then when he says the reason why it's so bad to lie is because one day you're going to have to be honest with yourself about something. And if you think of yourself as a liar, you won't even be able to
Believe
trust yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, you won't be able to
Wow.
trust the decisions
Deep.
you're making. You won't be able to,
Whoa. That's crazy.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that Jordan Peterson guy? There
Who
was a
is that?
second when he first hit the scene, right? And it was like, they say he's anti-trans, and then you listen to him, you're like, okay. And then he kind of went off the deep end, it feels like. What's the latest with this guy? Every time I see him, he's crying or
crying.
Yeah, he's always crying. I think I just see videos of him crying. His
Well, something
wife
happened
died
with
or
his
something.
Yeah, I think his wife died or was either very sick or died, and then he got addicted to Klonopins because he was like having such bad anxiety.
This is like a motivational speaker or something.
He's
he
very
was
divisive.
He was a professor in Toronto, and then what happened was like he wouldn't do the whole like gender thing and calling people she, he, they, whatever.
Yeah, he didn't do the pronoun game.
Right, and I think he felt that it was more so like he felt that the government telling people how to speak was wrong and not for, I don't know. It was years ago, and I'm sure there's people who like hate him, and maybe they have a reason to. I don't really know, but everything that I had seen of him, like you hear like this guy's divisive and bad, and then you hear him talk, and I was like, oh no, like he seems pretty. But also the problem was he would get so emotional over like internet trolls, and like they really would be able to get to him, and he was very emotional. But I don't know.
Oh my God! Speaking of that,
Rob
sent me a text the other day about an article in the New York Post about that all of Tom and Christina's fans are harassing Garth Brooks about where the bodies are and him being a serial killer, and he's like really like having a hard time with it now. He can't shut it down. Cass, do you know about this?
I know that Tom has a thing with Garth Brooks. I don't know kind of like what it is, how it started, but I know he would constantly make fun of the guy. Garth Brooks seems like kind of an insane person, but I don't know kind of what's happening with it.
So the joke was, I think that's like Tom and Christina like made a joke, right, Rob, about like Garth Brooks is so nice and seems so perfect, like he has to be a serial killer.
That, and also he has a thing where like you could see when he's doing like whatever he does, I don't know, TikToks or Instagrams or like videos or whatever, he's trying to seem like a guy, you know what I mean? Like he's not just being like, yeah man, I don't know what's going on here, that like he's like, man, like he's trying to act like how he thinks people act, because he's been, I don't know, for over 20 years, he's been selling out like any arena he wants to for like 30 nights in a row. Yeah. He's like, I think he's the biggest.
He is touring artist
star
ever.
Like, yeah, like I think he, like technically he might be like the biggest star in the world. Like, yeah. With like what he can, and it's crazy. So like, and it's been going on for so, like I remember being 12 years old and there were like fireworks in Central Park, and it was like, oh yeah, Garth Brooks is performing, and now it's 25 years later and he's selling out like stadiums still. So imagine how he like, like he probably isn't just like chilling with the boys, like like it's probably an odd life. And he, like when he does social media, he's like he'll like 4 years into Instagram, he's like, he did a video where he's like, people are telling me about this Instagram thing. And he's like, and they explained it to me, and I thought, I like that. So he's like, so here I am, and I'm talking to you, and this is me. Like there's something a little off. So they started a bit where it's like, oh yeah, he's a murderer. Or they're like, so people started going to his Instagram and they were like, saying things like, I haven't seen my sister in 3 years. Like
where's the bodies, Garth?
Yeah. Like, where are the bodies, Garth, and all this stuff. And it started off as like a little bit, whatever, where now it's like every single photo. I told Jamie, I'm like,
everything he posts, if you go to the comments, like 75% of them are like, where's my aunt, Garth? I know you have her.
Just tell us where she is, Garth. Her children are and they just get more and more like funny and creative, and then they have like 1,500 likes.
It's like 75% of the comments are that. It's crazy. Like, to think about how famous he is and how big he is and all his fans, and the majority of these comments are.
Jamie's eyes are watering. She's crying.
They had in the beginning that like
I was
like
telling you,
Tom.
Rob sent me this article yesterday. I was crying at work, laughing. People were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not okay."
That's how the people feel who want to see their aunt, and they're they're not okay
It's like
either.
he's had it, like he doesn't know how to stop him. Like,
yeah, like it was like a source close to Garth says he's ready for this to end.
like he can't post anything without being harassed.
And then they made like artificial intelligence art of Garth, and it was like they type in like Garth Brooks serial killer murderer, and it's like pictures. It's like pictures of him with like no shirt on and like blood all over him with like a knife in his hand.
Oh my God. I really was trying to think of like, if I was ever like that famous and like this shit was going on, like would I be entertained or bothered by it? Like I think I'd be dying laughing. Like I would not be bothered by it, I don't think. Would I
think it's different. I think it's different. I think you would be entertained by it because you're like a regular person, so you would understand the thought behind regular people finding this funny. Where I don't even think Garth can connect with
It's been so long since he's been a regular person.
Right, like he can't even understand like a goof,
Really?
like yeah, for sure. Because there's a video that they play of Garth where he basically, they tell him like, oh, we need you to announce your new tour date or whatever, like that you're going on tour, whatever he's announcing, and he's like, hey y'all, I bet you're all really excited. Well, so is Garth. Oh no, he calls himself G. He's like, so is G, and he's like, blah blah blah, and as he's talking, something happens in the background and you see he gives a look where it's like, uh-oh, like, like he's like, is this supposed to be? And it was a bunch of people coming in to be like, surprise, happy birthday, with like a cake and whatever. But in that moment between, hey y'all, it's me, Garth, and like, oh, him realizing it's happy birthday, like you see, like they're like, uh-oh, like Garth no happy, like, like, so like what's really behind there, and you don't get any glimpses of that.
Maybe one day there'll be like a Casey Anthony like documentary on Garth.
Right, and that's the thing. Like you come here, right, and you can be like, oh, I could smoke weed and I could just be myself and I could this. Where like I don't think Garth can be himself on camera, where he feel like he's still back in like the 1990s thing where it's like, all right, like the people are gonna see you now. Put on a show, Garth. Like like he's not just like, oh yeah, like I'm sitting on my fucking porch with he can't.
How much do you think he's worth?
Close to
at
$1
least,
billion.
I have it here.
Half a B. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it might even be a billion. Well, he's also married to Trisha Yearwood, who's a famous like country star.
Yeah, but not like him.
No.
Garth Brooks has a net worth of $400 million.
There you go.
Wow.
That is a combined net worth with his wife, fellow country singer Trisha Yearwood. The vast majority of the couple's net worth, $300 to $350 million, is attributable to Garth. Garth is a widely successful country music artist, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, $400 million. Yeah, I would have thought his yearly salary is $90 million. You would think he would have more than $400 million if he's making $90 million a year.
Well, he's ripping 45 off right away to fucking Uncle Sam.
There
and then
you go.
He's pooping all over private jets. You
guys like, it really is crazy how much money the government takes from you.
Oh yeah,
it is.
Oh, it's disgusting. But don't you think
I've probably had
more?
I have had a better year than I've had in so long. And Cutter and I are like having to figure out how to pay our tax bill.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're having to like budget
dude.
out. Do we have to take some out of the stock market, whatever? Like I mean, granted, we did a lot of house projects this year and spent way more money than we would ever normally because I had such a good year. But like now, because of the money we spent and like what we owe in taxes, it's bananas.
Yeah, I got mine as well recently, and it's very sad. But hey, listen, I'm very grateful for everything, and that
Super Bowl commercial, man. It's not what it's cracked up to be. All right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Give Garth a break. That's why
Give
he
him a
doesn't have a
break.
bill. They're taking it all.
Yeah.
He should just change his name back to Chris Gaines and not worry about paying Garth Brooks's taxes, you know?
That was
That's
also
good
a very
idea.
crazy thing that they talk about, the Chris Gaines thing. Like, what was that?
Well,
all
the
about?
whole idea of it was absolutely crazy.
That he was going to pretend to be a whole other country artist.
I remember it like it's a fever dream. Like I remember people being like, there's this guy, Chris Gaines, and he's making like pop music, but it's actually Garth Brooks. I don't know if like he was in character, like if he responded to Garth or if it was like it's a very weird thing. Has
You're saying
anyone
he's
done
strange.
anything like that before? Where they've just
Miley.
what did she go by?
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Oh, but that was a TV show. She was Hannah Montana, right?
Right.
Hey, it's all a show.
She wasn't making
Yeah.
albums.
It's and everyone goes, well, yeah, because he couldn't make the music under his name because nobody would like give him a chance or take him seriously, like a author and a pen name or something. Let me see if I can.
No one will take me seriously. Trish.
Chris Gaines is the one-off fictional rock persona created as a movie character for Garth Brooks to explore musical styles far removed from his success as a country singer.
So, Cass, what do you think about this? Somebody wrote into YMH and said, "Hey, I'm a mommy. I love your mom's house. I work at a like private jet company, and Garth Brooks, when he took his private jet, this is all allegedly, guys. They sent in photos of his bathroom afterwards, and there was like poop all over the rugs, and like apparently he might be like a little bit of a messy pooper."
Messy pooper or he's into poop?
Oh, no, I think it's more of a messy pooper. Maybe Garth had upset Tommy.
You sounded like you said upset Tommy.
Yeah, Garth had upset Tommy on his private
upset
jet,
Tommy.
Who knows? And then like there were like letters back and forth about like his. It's very interesting. Here we go. We got Chris Gaines. Yeah, that triangle soul patch, that like Howie Mandel thing is like the biggest red flag.
The amount
And
of
the
makeup
hair
he
and the
has.
wig.
Yeah, he looks like Chris Angel a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he
Wow.
looks
Oh,
like
look at
Tommy
that.
Lee or one of these guys.
Oh God. I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, please.
I can't. I'm not gonna
Allude
do
to it.
I'm not going to do it.
Say it, baby.
I'm not going to do it.
Would you
I
You gotta pay
can't
those
handle the
taxes again
Garth
next year.
fans. Yeah, they'll ruin my life. Because I am a Garth Brooks fan.
we're all Garth Brooks fans.
Okay, we could move on.
I got a bunch of emails.
Great,
Oh, that's
a
good.
bunch.
I think, well, I mean, I have some that since we haven't really been going through them, but since we're ending the pod, people want to like send in like their emails before we go off
Imagine
the
if for
air.
the next 3 years we keep saying, and then when we end the pod,
Yeah. We do it forever.
it becomes a running joke.
When I was sitting here waiting for the Zoom to start, I was actually thinking of like the end of the pod and how we should end it. And I never saw what is that musical, the Sound of Music.
Uh-huh.
But you know that thing that's like, so long, farewell.
Yeah.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen,
Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, we just play that. That's I think that should be our last moment.
Just playing that song?
Just the
What?
girl at the end with the high pitched goodbye. Yeah, like that's like I'm saying like the 58 minute of our pod. Yeah, you could even do it,
Oh,
so we
yeah,
don't
I'll
get
do it.
copyright.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
got you. Okay,
Absolutely.
You like that there, Cass?
Absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to start from the top and work our way down. Listening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hi, babes. Just a quick note to say I listen to you guys on my daily walk in the morning before the heat settles in for the day here in Saudi.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny. They've got to get their walk before the heat settles in.
Hurry up! Hurry up! The sun is coming.
Attached is a photo
man.
I took this week.
Oh, of his burnt feet.
It's a photo of a sun It could be a sunrise. It looks like a sunset. Thank you for potting so generously. It's been great, and you will be missed. Best of luck with future endeavors to each of you. I've reached out to Jamie on IG already, but as a mom of a young son with severe anxiety and Asperger's, or on Love on the Spectrum, as they would say, Rob?
Burger? What do they say?
Asperger's.
Asperger's.
It's been great to have another parental voice in my mind who is taking it in her stride whilst doing the hard work for her kids. So, Jamie, a very heartfelt thank you for showing grace and vulnerability in adversity. And fuck Southwest. All the best, Chloe.
Yes, Chloe.
Thanks, Chloe.
Chloe's got
nice
a sort of like a like an Icelandic name, some sort of Swedish.
Is there like an umlaut in there? Or
well,
something?
it's a Vander, one of those like Chloe Vander something, you know?
Yeah. What are we gonna share the screen so we can see the picture she sent?
Here we go. I'll just so we're all here together. Here it is.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow. That's like what's that place where all the
That's a sunrise.
where all the hippies go in the Joshua Tree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like J
Joshua Tree vibe.
This one says, "Hi everybody. With the pod coming to an end, I figured I should stop procrastinating writing in. I used to watch casts on YouTube when I was in middle school and had never heard about The Sopranos except when my friend's grandpa bought him The Sopranos video game. Mind you, we were like 10. I actually ended up watching The Sopranos for the first time a few months ago, and I think listening to the pod first gave me a different perspective than if I had listened first. Mainly with AJ, as I came to find out that many people actually didn't like his character while watching the show. I did find him aggravating at some points, but I did find him to be one of the more sympathetic characters with many of his own personal struggles. Either way, I wanted to say thank you to all you for making all the drive so much easier, and I actually will be starting a job with a new company in the coming week, so I think it's a poetic ending for all of us. Best of luck to you all. Zach from South Florida. Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Burning question. Hi, everyone. Before I get to my last burning questions, I wanted to say that I love you guys in the pod, and I'm so bummed it's ending. To preface this first question, my boyfriend has been bugging me to ask Rob this for weeks now. Does Rob actually like Mudvayne like AJ Soprano did? Probably not. And for the superior question, how would y'all describe your ideal PB&J? Please be specific. P.S. Cass, I made you a Twitch emote. Obviously, you don't have to use it. Panties in the chat. Oh, it is a pair of what look like panties. Yeah, well, thank you so much, McKenna. That's so nice of you. Rob?
Dig by Mudvayne is probably the best gym song of all time. Like if you're trying to get pumped up to go to the gym,
yeah,
insane. It's great song. Loved it. Yeah, a lot of the times my music stuff was like, because the writers of Sopranos weren't listening to like Dig and Mudvayne and Slipknot, and so it came from like they would see me wearing a hoodie and then they would write it into the show. Jamie, go with the PB&J. I like this question.
Okay, white bread.
Okay.
Double peanut butter on both sides.
Oh, so quadruple peanut butter? Or
no,
you're
like
saying double peanut butter.
Thick peanut butter on both pieces of bread.
Okay.
And then put the grape jelly in the middle.
Wow.
Grape jelly, huh?
Yeah, I'm going strawberry.
My kids will only do strawberry, but I like grape.
Interesting, Jamie. Interesting.
Okay.
I, first of all, would get a sourdough bread.
Wow.
Ew.
That's a $70 fucking smoothie ordering guy.
Yeah.
I'd do chunky almond butter.
Oof.
Crunchy. Yeah, has to be.
Hell?
Gotta be crunchy.
You are so LA right now.
And I would do a Harry's Berries strawberry jam.
Oh
what's
God.
the deal with Harry's Berries?
This is a $47 PB&J.
Right. It's a very expensive PB&J. Harry's makes just like they just pump out the best strawberries. What can I say? And they make a strawberry jam that's just a tiny little jar like this. Goes for almost as much as one of these smoothies go for.
What's the famous like glass jam
with the picnic table?
Yeah.
Smuckers.
No. Like
the
it's
one
like
that looks like it was
fancy-
made for a farmer's market, but it's sold in regular markets.
It's like red and white.
Yes.
Picnic table top with a white sticker on it that
Yeah.
says the name.
In like script.
Harry's Berries? No, it's not Harry's
No.
Berries.
It's in like it's in cursive.
That's mine. I'm doing strawberry, that crunchy peanut butter on toasted white bread.
No, it is Harry's.
It's got to be toasted.
Toasted, and then it makes the peanut butter melt.
Oh, that's the best. Oh,
You want it? Yeah, I think you toast.
I love that.
Some people put it in a pan. I don't.
Oh no,
I don't.
That's reserved for grilled cheese.
What?
Yeah, some people do a little pan. What do these kids of yours, Jamie? Do they do the Uncrustables?
They hate them.
They hate.
Too artificial tasting, I think.
Bon Mammon. I would have never thought that was the name of this.
Yes,
company.
I can picture it though.
Yeah, it's like Bon Mammon. That's the best jelly to me by far.
Yeah, that's good jelly.
And by the way, to me, even better than any kind of PB&J, Ritz cracker, smear of peanut butter, smear of jelly, bang, better than a sandwich.
No.
Controversial take, maybe.
No, the Ritz cracker is too crumbly.
No, the crumble. It's brilliant. We lost him, Jamie.
Yeah, he just fucking just got up and walked.
Does
away.
he not like crackers that much?
No, maybe he has to poop from his smoothie.
Oh, I think he would have given us some sort of. Hopefully, he's going to get his girlfriend that we've never met and probably never will.
Ever.
It's incredible that
It's
this
really
guy gets away with it.
What is going on?
Could you imagine?
No.
Where'd you go, babe?
I went to go see if I had some of that strawberry jelly because I'm like, is it Harry's Berries? And I don't remember, but they sell it at Air
that's
One.
The one you like.
Is that the one?
Yeah, because remember you were like, you got to try these strawberries.
Is that Harry? Because when I think of Harry's Berries, I'm like, oh, those are the people that advertise on the podcast on like other people's. Is it the same?
That's Sherry's Berries.
That's Sherry's Berry. Thank
Not
you
to be confused.
so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you
Sherry.
so
That's the chocolate covered
much.
berries, right? Sherry's berries.
Yeah, you
They
can
do,
get
yeah,
chocolate covered
they do.
strawberries.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Here's a question for Rob.
Oh wait, Cass, did you get my Christmas gift that I sent you?
Oh, was that from you?
Yeah.
The sweatshirt?
Yeah.
That says I like bits? Or what
No,
is
it says life's a bit.
Life's a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no little Amazon card in there that said anything from who it was, and I was wondering who sent that.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
thanks,
babe.
man.
That's for you. Yeah.
Thank you so
Life's
much.
a bit.
Now I know it's safe to wear.
Oh yeah, totally safe.
Question for Rob.
Yeah.
As a longtime amateur poker player, curious to know if Rob, now that he's back at it, he's back at it. He just woke up from a game. Now that he's back at it, is playing online or in person or both. There are a few good rooms in the Austin area, and just wondering if he's frequenting them.
Yes, only in person. I hate online. I hate online poker. It just I don't trust online, and also it like makes me have fucking racing thoughts if you're just like sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours, like, you know, it's like sitting in front of social media for 8 hours straight, and then you get off and you're just like bzz, like you're buzzing because you're like constantly getting these like hits, you know, and it fucks me up. So I don't do any online really. I mainly do, and I will, like, you know, twice a month play a little online, but mainly I play live poker.
There you go. Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Casey Anthony.
Subject: Christmas tree. Hey guys, my mom happened to be putting ornaments on our Christmas tree while we were listening to the newest pod, and my mom actually cheered out loud when Rob mentioned that it would make his day if one of the listeners was decorating their tree while listening to the podcast. My mom and I watch it weekly together. We're big Sopranos fans. We're on our second time watching it in less than a year, and we watch Big Sky too. One of our favorite episodes of Pajama Pants is the one with pickle walls. We still say it to one another. Best wishes and happy holidays, Noah and my mom, Jen.
I love it.
Oh,
Mother and
thanks,
I
Noah.
hope one day
And
me or
Jen.
Jack and Bo are listening to a podcast decorating a tree together. That's fun.
That's so sweet. Yeah, that's a great email. I like that. How was decorating your Christmas tree, Amy?
You saw it.
I know. I'm asking you how it went.
Great. The boys really did it. They, you know, they're old. Jack's old enough now. They did a lot of it. Cutter got annoying because then he started like instructing them, and I was like, dude, just let them put him on the tree. Who cares where anything is? They love it. My kids, I've talked about it. They love decorating. They love a holiday.
It's the first year that Bo doesn't believe in Santa.
Correct.
Right?
Although we went to go see like the Santa at our club the other day.
And I was like, he is real.
Well, please explain that sentence. Please explain that sentence for the people that don't live in a.
There's a club
course.
within our neighborhood that they have like events and a restaurant and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
and there's a Santa. They hire a Santa.
They had a Christmas party that you can buy tickets. No, you could buy tickets to their annual Christmas party. And it's they have a whole buffet and they have a Santa and they have games and bouncy houses and they have a toy for each kid.
Can I ask you this?
Wrapped.
Oh,
yeah.
Does that Santa look like a Santa?
Great. That's what I was going to say to you. Was Bo was loving being in on the joke now.
You think their country club is getting a Santa that doesn't look like Santa?
I was like, Mom, this Santa? That's a really good Santa. Looks almost like the real one. And I wanted to call him out and be like, baby, there's no real one. But I'm like, you're right. Like he was cute about it.
He goes up to him. He's like, hey man, between you and me, I know this is just a gig.
You could feel the difference when he walked up to him.
He's like, hey, Bo's like, what a rouge, huh?
No, right in front of where you were going to go take a picture of him, they had this like big giraffe, and there was like a contest for the kids to name it, and they had big paper, and the kids would write their name and what they thought his name was. So Jack wrote down like Romeo, and I was like, all right, Bo, what are you going to write down? And he looked at me and he's like, D's nuts. I was like, no, you're not writing D's nuts.
Oh my God.
That's it. But Cutter taught him that. Cutter's teaching him shit that's like, I think he's too young for.
So Jamie, if you know how like
D's nuts,
like famous couples have reality shows, like
Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey.
Okay. So if you and Cutter, if they came to film a reality show at your house, let's say they filmed for a month or 2 months or whatever, what do you think the thing was that would be like on the like the hook where people are like, man, every episode we love when they do that, or like just what do you think the highlights would be basically?
I feel like you can tell me that better than me.
Oh no, you're there 24/7.
It would be Cutter's thing that he's obsessed over today. He's rattled.
What is it? What's going on? Oh, okay. Nothing specific.
It's all landscaping right now. It's landscaping.
Mm-hmm. I like to hear it.
My like parenting realization
of the day,
like a failure and then a repair.
Mm-hmm. I
don't know what else.
I think what would be a great like the great thing is like how the show would like switch from when like you're in the day and you're doing this stuff, and then it's like, oh Jamie, like they show the camera like the Office style, how all of a sudden you're outside and you just see smoke like oh yeah, and then you come back in and you're like, hey.
I actually was thinking that today. I'm like, did my neighbors see me come out my laundry door like once or twice a week and just smoke this joint out here? They must.
Yeah,
they must catch me.
And then the best ever was like because Jamie doesn't like if you saw the amount that like me or Cassim smoked when we smoked weed, it was like our identity. Where like Jamie goes throughout her day, whatever, and then at 7:00 at night she sneaks out of the room, takes 2 hits, and then like comes back in. But when I forget what it was, like we were over there just watching football or whatever, and like Jamie went out to that door to like go smoke, and Cutter's like, oh, you're gonna smoke again, huh? Like whatever. It was dick. So great because he's like, he's out smoking a cigar, drinking a beer, he's chilling, but he
catches everything. He catches it all.
Can't get away with anything.
Oh my God, it's just so. And then like Jamie's like, like and then like I know her inner thoughts is like, well, this is why I smoke, like like it's just so fucking funny. But I think. Kaz, from knowing them, if there was a reality show with them, what do you think would be one of the things that people, like all reality shows have those moments, like with Ozzy Osbourne and like this, like what are the moments for you guys that are like, on the 1 minute trailer for the DVD
That I think Jamie and Cutter will have.
Yeah. Like, from spending Sundays over there. Like when Jack wouldn't go to the bathroom, that would have been a saga on the reality show where he just like
big arc for the season.
That was remember he said to you when I was there the other day, he came up to you and he's like, "Mommy," he's like, "Remember when I wouldn't pee?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm so
Jesus.
by the way, I'm so upset that he still has memories of it. I'm like, fuck.
It was only like
a
year ago.
about that.
It was like a year and a half ago. That right?
It was dark times.
I mean,
he would like fold his legs and like pinch his penis and just like
I know he would just like
go,
take the head of his
and
penis
then it became
and just squish it.
So sad.
Mommy, I have to go.
It was only because of me.
And then he would finally fall asleep at night and pee. And he would pee in the diaper, right? That was the only place he would pee. Holy shit. And it was all, why do you think it was all because of you?
It was a control thing.
But why is that because of you?
He did not like, it was the time where I learned his personality, where like he cannot be forced into something. You have to like talk about it and make it his idea. And like, I didn't quite know that about his personality yet. And at that point, like he was getting to the age where they weren't going to let him into camps if he wasn't potty trained. And like, and so I knew he could do it because he was holding his pee. So I knew he could be potty trained. So the more I tried to help him, the more frustrated I got, the more he felt controlled and rebelled against it. And it literally ruined our relationship for like a year. So when he was like, remember that? I was so upset.
Did your nanny say like, yeah, when you would leave, he would pee?
No, I didn't have her yet. No, his teacher, he would pee at school.
That was it. Yeah.
He would pee at school.
Right.
No problem.
We knew somebody like that, Cass. Remember somebody where like you couldn't tell them something, you had to make it their idea first. Do you remember the big guy?
Oh yeah. Do
you remember how we'd go about doing that?
Yeah. A grown man though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you had to be like, "Hey, didn't you say the other day that you wanted this?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I did." Like, you're like, "Okay."
Oh my God.
I don't know. I remember that time with Jack as like a really happy time where we were spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I don't know. To answer your question, I don't really know. I don't even really understand the question, to be honest. I think it's like, what would I put in the trailer with Jamie and Cutter hosting their own reality show?
Or what do you think when like when you have those?
What would be like the hook? What would be like the thing that
that people are like, "Oh, you got to watch this." Like the dynamic between her and her son.
Like Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey was like, she was ditzy and silly, and he was this jock and whatever.
And she thought that like tuna fish was chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like. I don't know if you guys would make a good show because you guys are just good. You're like good parents. Like I feel like
we're not scandalous enough.
I think there are moments where like Cutter's watching golf. I think one time I saw Cutter was watching golf and you were kind of like watching the kids and making dinner at the same time, but it was very short-lived because once the game was over, Cutter was all hands on deck and available. But for a brief window, he would just walk by. Because one of the guys was like a Theragun athlete or something.
Yeah,
so he was really paying attention.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I didn't like this. Where I was this is not going to affect your life.
Like, it was a lot of like that. Like
and saying, like, do you understand how big this is?
Yes.
Meanwhile, the guy's standing there with like a putter and like everyone.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, Jack is like fighting Bo, and you've got a sweet potato like pan roasted in one hand. Bo and Jack are like at each other's throats. And
sweet potatoes.
Yeah, there's just that was a fun moment. But those moments were very short lived because you both really, I think, handled the parenting in a pretty even, balanced way. If I may be so political,
but I think they would make a great show because Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey weren't scandalous. Like Ozzy and Sharon weren't scandalous.
No,
it was more so like
Jessica
the
Simpson
dynamic.
was an idiot, and so like at least there was a. Well, on the show, I'm sorry, Jay. I don't know.
The reality show.
On the show, she was a little spacey, show. Right? Yeah.
Well, I think she played into what she
played
knew
into
was
it big time, and it was part of their brand. I don't know. Like, I guess you could lean into the stoner mom, jock dad angle, which would be like, that's how we would maybe sell
But
it.
I'm not enough. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I know, but I'm just trying to
You
come up
are
with
enough,
something.
Jamie. You
no,
are
no,
enough.
stoned enough.
I know, I'm kidding. I think you guys would make a great show. I think the thing would be like the dynamic between like how, you know, Jamie Cutter, Jamie Bo, Jamie Jack, like that that thing of like how you
all the people I balance every day.
yeah, and the way that you go into something with the like, oh, like this is here, like, you know, like setting the like, you know, you cook for 2 hours and you do being the perfect mom, and I'm gonna grind up the chili because he doesn't want to see the beans, and then like you put it on the table, all like smiling, and the kid's like, I don't like it, like, you know, just like, this isn't what I want, and you're like, you said it was what, like, and then your thing with, you know, Jack Cutter. Your thing with Cutter, where it's like, oh, you're going to, like, you know, you did everything all day, and it's like, oh, you're going to smoke again, huh? And then just you, like, that moment where you think you're doing the right thing, and it's oh, here's the meal. I did it exactly how you wanted. And then the face that you have to make when they go, this isn't what I, like, you worked so hard on cooking that meal, and 30 seconds after you putting it on the table, Bo literally said, I'll eat anything but this. And sitting there, it was so hard to watch, but also because I didn't have the screen to be able to laugh and like, you know, be like, oh, when you're watching it through a screen, you can react how you want, where I didn't want Bo to think like, dude, that's hilarious. Like, you know, so I'm just like,
I appreciate that.
Right. So but those moments are just so like, you know what I mean? Like you going around the kitchen for an hour and a half making the perfect chili. And then like the second you put it down, he's just, you know, he's got the baseball blacks under his eyes, you know, and he's like, I'll eat anything but this.
That's right. Oh my God.
It's so good.
Do you guys see this Kanye stuff?
I mean, what?
Do you know what's going on with him and the Hitler stuff?
Yeah.
I've heard like one or two things that's like, oh, this guy's crazy, but I don't know.
His voice is different, even. Like you can tell he is.
Yeah, tell me. Can you diagnose him?
I feel like I heard the clip of him admiring Hitler or whatever the fuck he said. Again, what he's saying is absolutely terrible, goes without saying.
And we don't agree.
And what also can be true is he's mentally ill.
Most of us here don't agree with it.
You can hear in his voice how different it is of other times you've heard him speak, where he is like calm and clear. Like the pitch of his voice is that of one that's clearly like there's an altered state here. Yes.
It's a little cartoony.
It's wild. It's so sad to me that there's like, is there no one around him that can forcefully stop him right now?
Well, I think so. Here's what happens when you become a personality type who doesn't allow those people around you. Because
but who's around him then? Like who?
Yes men, people who will not question when he says whatever about Hitler. If he has somebody go, hey, what you just fucking said is fucking it. Like he'll make sure they're away. But if you got, you know, if somebody goes, hey, you know what? Like, I love that you speak your mind about stuff. He's like, yeah. Like, you know, your life doesn't become a place where, you know, you don't have people around you who will disagree with you. You make it that place, you know? So it's like, he's not sitting in a Denny's, like, you know, and not getting the coffee. Like he has is he a billionaire?
Not anymore.
I think he lost
a significant amount of money.
He has enough money to do whatever he wants whenever he wants. Yes. That's clear.
He can buy as many Sun Life smoothies as he wants.
Yeah.
He could have had 4 Sun Life smoothies tonight and it would have probably not made a dent.
Not even.
Yeah. So like, as obviously I've seen stuff about him before, and I did hear that he went on talking like nonsense, but what's like the thing right now?
Well, I think, you know, the Alex Jones appearance, and I think as of yesterday or today or in the last couple of days, he went on Gavin McInnes's show, and he's like he's running for president.
These are all guys you're big fans of, right, Cass?
I'm huge. Yeah. I get their newsletter, and he says he's running for president, but he also said that 4 years ago or whatever. I don't think anything that he says right now I don't think we should be paying any attention to what he's saying. I don't recall a celebrity of this stature falling this far in this amount of time. Can you think of a single celebrity?
Well, probably when those kids came out and said that stuff about Michael Jackson, it was probably a pretty quick fall.
No, those rumors had been going for decades with Michael Jackson.
Rumors, but then when it was time to announce, or how about OJ?
But he was dead.
You brought up OJ earlier. No, he wasn't dead the first time. He had to go on.
No. But when that documentary came out,
but I'm saying he had to go to court and prove his innocence over child molestation. So I'm saying when that stuff, if he was innocent or guilty, I have no idea. But in that time, when it actually came out in the paper and was like Michael Jackson going to court for molesting children, like that was probably a pretty insane fall.
But he still managed to like remain culturally like very relevant even after that first sort of case was brought against him in the 90s. I don't see how Kanye really comes back from this. Do you think he comes back?
No.
From saying
unless
he
goes to like,
he loves
unless
Hitler?
He goes to like a pretty big rehab and
he claims the devil made him do it and say it and all these things.
Just like really comes to terms with everything that he's said and done.
Again, I have no idea what's going on, but a gist that I got from hearing about the stuff is like he's trying to do the whole like priest thing, you know?
No,
like
you're giving a mentally ill person a platform. Like thinking about going to like, you know, a mental institution or wherever, you know, a place where they're treating people with like severe mental illness and giving them a microphone and a TV show and to be on the biggest talk shows in the world. Like this is what you're doing. You're giving somebody that's not well a huge platform. That's everybody's argument. Like, take this man off Twitter, take this man off Instagram, take this man off your TV show. He has too many followers. He has too many eyes and ears for the mental state that he is in. And that's, I think, what people's like call and cry out right now is about. It's not about like, even so much this motherfucker. It's like, can somebody fucking cancel this guy? Do not give him an outlet. He's not okay. And he has too many people that will follow him and too many other people that are maybe not well that are following him that he's spewing this hate up to. And he's saying these terrible things. And obviously anybody that follows him and roots for him maybe has something wrong too. And so they're hearing this stuff and they're just going to latch on to whatever he's saying. It's dangerous. I totally understand why people are really uncomfortable with what's going on. Like, it's
how are people supposed to differentiate between like when he's okay and when he's not? Meaning like when he said 10 years ago, I'm going to be the first black guy there. I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to have the.
Well, it wasn't as threatening then. It wasn't as threatening then.
It also wasn't very racist. I mean, this is right. But
what I'm saying is, I think if you talk to his friends 15 years ago, half of them would probably be like, "Yo, that dude's crazy." Like when he's like, sure. "I am Walt Disney. Like I'm gonna design the coolest sneaker of all time. I'm gonna be the biggest."
But he wasn't discriminating or saying, you know, really terrifying things about a particular, you know, race and group of people. It was all about himself. So it was harmless. It was like, yeah, this guy's fucking crazy, but he's not spewing rhetoric and hate about a group of people. You know what I mean? Right. He's just saying stupid shit that like he sounds ridiculous. Yeah, he sounded just as crazy then, but now his crazy is dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's dangerous. It's a shame. It's so sad for me too, because I have like 3 Yeezy Gap hoodies, you know. I think I'm the real victim here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
You wouldn't wear his. I would understand not buying a new hoodie, but if you got them already, you gotta wear them. And it's also a blank. It's not like it's like Yeezy. Like if it said Yeezy, I would understand.
I could tell when somebody's wearing a Yeezy hoodie because they're very identifiable. Like, are you saying would I wear it outside of the house or inside of the house?
I mean, I would wear it anywhere. I don't think that wearing a Yeezy hoodie means you're promoting him. Now, again, if it said like, you know, Yeezy tour or like Kanye West, this, that, I would understand not wearing it. But if I already bought a plain hoodie that Kanye made with like the Gap, I'm going to keep wearing that shit. Like, listen.
Yeah, I don't know if I would feel comfortable wearing it outside, because it is like I can spot when somebody's wearing one, and I just don't want to I don't want to come close to Hitler. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's one. Now I'm wearing the clothes of a guy who says he loves Hitler. It's not. I don't feel that great about it. I don't feel that great about it. But it was a great hoodie. I got to tell you, if it was just a little longer, it was a double. It was
Good
so soft. And
yeah, see, socks,
sad.
I'm throwing out. But if you give me a great hoodie and you're like, the person who made this, like, listen, I use the iPhone. Aren't there people killing themselves because they like are slaves in the iPhone factory? They have like a net around the building because people jump off of it. Like, I don't know. I think we're probably doing a lot of fucked up shit every day that we just
don't even know about.
I think you're right in the fact that there's atrocities happening everywhere. I just don't want to come close to the guy who looks like he could even maybe possibly support Hitler. I'll buy an iPhone all day long. You know what I mean? People are going to kill themselves.
You'll wait in line for that shit.
Oh, you betcha, buddy. You betcha. I'm coming up on 2 years with this one. I'm going to have to upgrade soon.
Did you ever go to a Yeezy concert?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So who's
I went
the real...
I've been to 2 Kanye concerts. So I loved his music. I really did.
Your true colors.
Yeah, man. I'm out.
I see it now.
I
see it now. Did you say you went to Yeezy concerts too, Jamie?
I went to the Kanye West Jay-Z once or maybe even twice.
Wow. I hope you guys are happy with yourself.
We're not. We feel bad.
Guys, I've been up since 4 a.m.
Yeah, let's call it.
The past 2 days, and
let's wrap it up. Well, you came in hot, Jamie.
You look great. Thanks. Yeah, you came in hot, petered off to the end there, but I think we're good.
Yeah, when you yawned right into the mic, I thought to myself, hey, maybe we wrap it up now.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next episode. Please send us more emails. AskPajamaPants@gmail.com. I'm going to try and get through as many of them as we can before we wrap up this pod. Appreciate you guys sending us emails. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we're on TikTok, and Jamie and I are on there as well, and Rob's off the grid. Do not try and contact him. You guys have anything?
Nope.
Okay, we'll see you next week. So long.